So let's talk about citations. Citations are kind of like a street address. If you wanted someone to be able to get to your house, you'd give them your street address. If you want someone to be able to get to the information that you quoted in a paper, you'd give them a citation. And there's a specific format that citations have to follow. In most English classes, you'll use MLA citation format. MLA citation format is the way that you format a citation specifically if you're going into English as a career. Most sciences use APA format, and so I'm having you use APA format in here this year just to get used to it. So in an APA format citation, it starts with the author's last name and first initial. Then you have the date that information was published, then the title of the source, then the location of the publisher, and then the date that it was retrieved in the URL. Citations always follow this format. Often, you'll use citation machines or citation makers to make your citations. It's the best way and easiest way to do it. But these citation machines are just pulling metadata from the website itself, and they don't always pull all of the information. So for example, if you look at this citation right here, you should immediately know that something is terribly wrong with it. This citation says that there are 5 authors: Cohn, says, and says. So 4 authors with the last name Says and 1 author with the last name Cohn. You'll also notice that this citation has no date published, that the title of this source would be Home, and that there's no publisher or location of publisher. It does say when the information was retrieved, however, and it does give the URL. So at least we can get back to this source. So if we go to this source, we will immediately see the information was wrong because there is not 5 authors, 4 of them named Says. There is 1 author, Patrick Cohn. Also, this information said that the name of the website was Home, and it didn't give a name of an article. The source title is completely wrong. We can see that looking here that this is not called Home, it's called How Stress Can Affect Sports Performance. And it's coming from Peak Performance Sports as the website. So, in order to get an accurate citation, you would start with your citation machine. Again, we're going to use APA. So I'll click on that. You can use EasyBib as a citation maker as well, but EasyBib does not give you APA for free. And now we also need to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We're using a website. So once we have that, we can paste in the information and it will go and find the website for us. Yep, this is the one, and you can see it's already starting to pull some bad information. It says Patrick Cohn, Emmy says, Lily says, Serge says, and Alex says, but we can fix that. And this is the piece that I think a lot of students are missing. So it tells you that they found information for all of these aspects, but it did not find any of this information. That's okay, we can alter it. So we'll go into the final step. So here's all the information that it's looking for. Now, what is the article title? This says the article title is Blog Home, but we know the article title is How Stress Can Affect Performance. So we'll pick that up and put that into the citation machine. Now it says the first author is Patrick Cohn. We know that that's correct. However, it says the second author is Emmy Says. We're pretty sure Emmy Says, Lily Flynn Says, Serge Says, and Alex Says are not accurate authors. Now you'll notice that it has the URL. That is correct. It has the date that we accessed it, but it doesn't have the date that it was published. If we can find a date that is published, we would include that. However, you can see that we cannot find the exact date that it was published. There's not a publication date here, although there is a copyright date at the bottom. And so we could possibly use this copyright date, 2018, as the date published. So we've now got the article title, we've got an accurate contributor, and we've got the online publication information. We can go ahead and create that citation. And you can see that it has now the author, still says no date, but it also has the correct web information. Let's go back into this though, because we'll notice that it has the title of the source and the publisher. Now, who's the publisher of this information? If we go into the website, we can see that the publisher is Peak Performance Sports. We want to make sure that we add that information into our citation. So we could copy this. We'll go ahead and paste it onto our document. But then we also want to make sure that we have all the correct information. This came from Peak Performance Sports. Now this citation here is a correct citation. This information we can put on our website, and we would know that people could get to the correct information. So anytime you create a citation, you have to go through these steps. You have to check and make sure that all the information is correct so that you don't end up with citations that look ridiculous like this and give completely wrong information. Hopefully your citations from now on will be more accurate. Make sure that you always check the information in the citation maker and then fix the things you need to fix before you paste it onto your works cited.